All right, Free Yourself Radio. We are back with the one and only Queen Hannah. Check out her tats. So dope. I was so excited to have her on here because she's out here in the community and she does her thing. She has her business and everything. We want to learn all about you. So tell us about you. Where are you from? What do you do? And, kind of just give us the rundown.
My name is Hannah Christelle. That's my first name. I am a tattoo artist. I started tattooing in my early 20s, and I actually just opened my own private studio off of John Young Parkway.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm an artist first, so I love to paint, I love to draw. I went to art school. A lot of it was self-taught, but I try to focus on investing in myself in when I was 21, 22, 23.
Okay.
And mentors and going to fine art school and everything.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. I am very intrigued. I was so excited to have her here. I don't have any tattoos, so for those of y'all who know me closely, I've been debating for the past months, should I get a tattoo, should I not, I go to make an appointment, and then I can't
check it out.
But I love it. One of my youth is actually very interested in becoming a tattoo artist.
That's amazing.
He paints and draws and everything like that. So how did you get started?
There's many different ways to become a tattoo artist nowadays. I will say versus 10, 15 years ago, it was a lot more harder. Now we're in the age of social media, YouTube, and the internet where anybody can get supplies and anybody can get licensed and be like, I love art, let me start tattooing. How I started was I actually, when I was 17, 18 years old, I walked into a tattoo shop in downtown Orlando.
Okay.
And I was like, hi, I love your work. And they were like, wow, we love you. So,
yeah.
And I actually got into tattooing because my previous partner, my partner not anymore, but my previous partner was a well-known tattoo artist.
Okay.
And he was older, so I was with an older crowd, and they actually started teaching me how to tattoo when I was around 20.
Okay.
And I always tell people tattooing raised me. So, because when I was 20,
Why do you say that?
When I was 20, I still consider being 19, 20, younger, a kid. I was around people that were already in their careers 10 to 15 years. So I was the youngest in the group and the only girl. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, old school Mexican tattoo artists taught me how to tattoo. Oh. So I was kind of around male energy all the time.
Okay.
So
where are you from? What's nationality?
My mother is Filipino and Irish, and then my dad is Portuguese and American.
Wow, so interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Thank you. I kind of had a really unorthodox tattoo apprenticeship when I started. I wasn't really taught the proper way, in a shop setting and doing all of these jump through hoops kind of thing to be a tattoo artist in a year. So it was a lot of trial and error and a lot of convincing myself and other people that I was good enough to tattoo them. It took a very long time to get there, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Yeah. Everybody learns differently. Right. If I gave any advice to anyone,
I was just about to ask you.
If I gave any advice to anybody wanting to become a tattoo artist in the proper way, go to a credible shop.
Okay.
Meet a mentor.
What makes the shop credible though?
I would read about the shop. There's a lot of amazing shops in Orlando. A lot of amazing tattoo artists are going into more private studios. All you have to do is do your research.
Okay.
Do your research on a tattoo artist that you appreciate.
So don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy.
Research, for real. And don't go to Wikipedia and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. There's no excuse to work from home. Do it the right way. Get licensed.
That's right. Let's go. Put the work in. It will pay off with whatever you do.
Get licensed and find somebody that you appreciate art form and put yourself out there. Get your drawings together, get your iPad together, go into a shop and be like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle, it's not a hobby. I always tell people that.
What do you mean by that though?
Tattooing, a lot of people misconstrue tattooing and art into a hobby or a hustle, which we all have a hustle in our career. Yeah. It's perspective, but it is a big lifestyle and you have to be 100% in it or not. So, and then later on when you get more comfortable into what you're doing with tattooing, then you can branch out into other things.
Yeah. So really like knowing your why and things like that.
Yes, exactly.
And so did you ever like teach yourself? I know you said you had the male figures
Yeah.
stuff, but did you ever like watch videos or do certain things?
I still do that to this day.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
there any like some that you'd recommend for other young?
I would watch the Procreate YouTube videos.
Okay.
Because Procreate is that key for tattoo artists that make amazing stencils and all that stuff. That's gonna take your work to a higher level.
Okay.
And honestly, I would watch. I'm a very big history person,
Okay.
so I love the history about tattooing, the
Okay.
history about art and everything. Because I've been involved with this industry for 8 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. I would check YouTube. Honestly, the best possible way to learn more is to put yourself out there. I have
Okay.
so many friends in different shops all over Orlando
Yeah.
that I make myself known in that shop.
So just network and getting out there. I love that, what she's saying. And you can apply that, guys, for anything. Not just, you have to present yourself. And it's like you go out there with the iPad and present and things like that.
Yeah.
So what does that look like? So do you have to put a portfolio together or like what do you do kind of?
I'm a little old school when it comes to portfolio, so I saved every single piece of drawing I've ever made as a tattoo over
Like
the
on
8 years.
paper?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I used to draw all my stencils, big or small, like hand draw them on like the studio light and everything. And I saved every single piece of paper, so I have 4 books
Wow.
of just all drawings, all illustrations. And now I'm converting to the iPad because it's it's the thing nowadays. And then the iPad eliminates paper and copying and stuff.
Okay.
And to have a clean portfolio, have drawings, have your iPad, have your Instagram clean and stuff like that. So then you're like, okay, well these are my drawings and this is my iPad work. A lot of shops they just want to know if you like art, like to draw, and they're like, are you about it or not, kind of thing. Yeah.
That part. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's like your what has been one of your favorite pieces to tattoo and things like that? Tell us about that.
I love Japanese work. I love Japanese work. It's the history behind Japanese for me. I love everything. Like I do every style. I do a lot of cover-ups.
Okay.
So if you have a name, I can try to eliminate for you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I do a lot of. I'm a cover-up queen, man.
We're one day in. Let's go get our names tatted.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. How many tequilas in?
Oh man, it happens. I have a couple cover-ups. Not of names. I've never got a name on me, thank God. But
Just like.
I listened to my mama on that one, so.
Dang. That's crazy.
I have other people that have my names, which is
Ooh,
awesome.
you got my name.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Teach them right. Let them know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You better get-
2023.
Yeah.
I just love art. Like I love Japanese. I love cover-ups. I like Gothic work a lot. That's a lot of my style. If,
I can see that,
If you
yeah.
can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I love faces. I love women faces. I've been transitioning into doing like floral women faces, soft shading women faces. I like stippling, which is pepper shading.
Learning so much.
I know. Thank you. I love color work too. I love doing flowers. When I first started tattooing, I
love
doing
flowers.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love any type of flower. If I can tattoo like roses or like sunflowers all week, I'm fine. I can do them differently. I love that. And then I'm not picky. I love everything about tattooing. So big or small.
Okay. So outside of like tattooing, as far as drawing, have you ever entered your art into?
I actually have. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like No Borders.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I performed at
Mad Ills and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shout out Mad Ills.
Shout out No Borders.
They do the
I love
contest.
them.
Yeah, I know
Mhm.
about that. Yeah.
I really appreciate them because when I was about 21, 22, that's when I first jumped into tattooing, like trying to do it professionally as well, apprenticeship wise. And they were like, yeah, we'll have you on. And every single time I was on, I won. And
Wow.
Yeah, I was on 3 times. And
Yeah,
thank
she's
you.
a 3-time award winning.
Thank you.
Okay. On Free Yourself Indie Jams. You already know.
And I love doing live pieces because I paint too. I do like oil pastels and charcoals and like
What?
markers and stuff.
What don't you do?
And stuff like that. So I'm this year is all about a transition for me because I'm really trying to put more of my art out there.
Okay.
And that's why I opened my private studio so I can.
Congrats again on that, you know.
Thank you.
Air horns for that.
I just literally moved in this week.
Yo!
Yeah, I like my old friends, like shout out to like my best friend Zach and my best friend Nick. They're a married couple that used to work with me in my old shop, and they helped me move from one shop on one other side of the town to John Young Parkway.
That's awesome. Like,
How far is it from here?
It's on Sand Lake and John Young, so it's not far. It's like 15 minutes from here, and I don't know that area very well, so it's a new area for me, and I like that. So I've always worked on the east side.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Super cool. Yeah, we definitely have to check her out. We're gonna pause for just a few minutes here, just play a little, vibe, little song. But I'm loving this. I'm loving learning about
Thank you.
everything, And so we about to get into a little track, kind of take a little quick break. But we got Free Yourself Radio, Hannah Cristal. She has the beautiful, just everything aesthetic here. So yeah, let's get into it.
I opened my first shop about almost 2 years ago with a business partner, and they own the rights now. I went solo, and then I actually worked in New York for a little bit.
Oh wow, what part?
The Bronx.
Okay, Bronx.
BX.
Yeah, I didn't know. All right.
I actually worked in an all Dominican shop.
Dominicano.
Yes,
tato,
yeah,
tato.
and I was the only.
Okay.
I'm not white, but the non-Spanish speaking person in there, and it kicked my ass.
Oh.
Am I allowed to curse?
Well, it's too late.
I'm
but
sorry.
No, you're good. You
already
You
did.
can.
It kicked my butt, and here I was, and here are these artists, and I was like, how do I get there? How? Because I have the tools, I have the drive, and I have the ambition and the discipline to do it. So how do I get there? So I came back home last year in August, and I tried to work every single day on just my artwork, my craft, my tattooing, how I tattooed, how I laid everything down. I gave myself a full year in a shop with older men that taught me a lot. Shout out to Granite Ink Tattoo.
Shout out to Granite Ink Tattoo.
And all my friends that have been tattooing for a long time, like 10 plus years, I took all their little advice, and then I was like, okay, it's time to open my own studio and my private studio. And my goals from that stem much bigger. I started on my own mental health blog.
What? I love that. I'm
Thank
big
you.
on mental health,
Thank
so I
you.
love that you did that.
It's called Wings to Fly,
Okay.
and it's from personal past experiences that I use because I tattoo a lot of young women in Orlando.
Wow.
And I don't.
Talk about it. Talk about
Yeah.
it. Nah, I can feel it. And I just want to say, before you say whatever you're going to say, it is so important whatever you're about to say, because I have worked with young women too in Orlando that have been human trafficked, who have been involved in homelessness and all that stuff.
I have experienced a lot at a young age, and I always use work to hyper focus out of it. And tattooing saved my life. Tattooing and art saved my life, and
It's not for that.
It hyper focused on my career, but also at the same time, I was like, I need an outlet to express myself differently. And I just started this blog. It's more of like a domestic violence kind of mental health blog for women and men, because everybody goes through it.
Men do as well, and
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because boys do get overlooked.
They do.
Also do.
Yeah, and I just started it this year, but my goal from it is to just post stuff that I've experienced, I've learned, I've went through for other people, because people have messaged me over the years saying like, how did you do this? How did you do that?
Right. They want to know.
Yeah, they want to know, and I didn't understand at first, because a lot of people know me in Orlando through people that like I was around at a young age, or who I was with for a very long time, and they watched me grow up. And during my healing journey, people watched me heal online and like through everything. And so people would message me and they would be like, oh, well, how did you do this? How did you do that? I look up to you. This is that and there. Like, don't look up to me.
But it's a part of your story. It's part of your testimony.
It is. And my goal from that is to create like a mental health blog, create certain things that I can like communicate with the community, with people that go through the same things as me. And then I really want to own my own art studio one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's speaking to existence the affirmation.
Yeah.
I will own my.
I will.
I will own my own art studio. I will impact many other young women. And I feel that, I think that that's so important because you have a lot of time when you're sitting there with them, tattooing them, right? And you get to tell their story and you know, I remember when I used to get my hair done a lot, you know, like braids, like we sit there and we just talk and she's, you know, working on my scalp and stuff, and while you're working on their body, you know, you have that time to pour into them, so it's really important.
It is, it very much so is. Like people use like, I always make a joke with all my friends, shout out to all my friends on live. And I'm like, where their therapists? They pay like 8-7 hours to be therapists.
That is a true story.
And I don't know, like I just have a big feeling that I'm supposed to do a lot more than just tattooing.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
I feel that too. Like when I first saw you, I was like, there's something about her. I was like, yeah, you know, and it's like, I wrote this the other day, like that, I forgot exactly what I said, but I posted something on my Instagram story saying that, you know, music is just one catalyst, but that's not the real reason, like, God is bringing us all together. Because there's a lot of artists that I'm seeing in the community, and, like, I feel like, yeah, like, music is bringing y'all together, but, like, they've been starting to have more conversations about God and doing different things. And I'm like, I feel like that was just, like, what brought you together, but there was a bigger reason.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's really important. So, thank you so much for being brave. Because obviously, you know, I know you haven't opened up fully about your story, but I can tell you've overcome and triumphed, and you know, and as a person, a woman myself that has a daughter and works with a lot of young girls that, you know, I teach on OBT, and so I think what you're doing is important, and you know, just keep it up, and actually. I'd love to have you come and talk to some of the
that would be amazing.
The youth.
That would be amazing because I really wanted to like create like a support group in some way and all that.
Actually,
stuff.
You know what? Now that you're talking, so have you heard of Beta Center?
I haven't.
Okay, so Beta Center is a school, an alternative school in Orlando for girls that get pregnant while they're in high school.
Right.
And I've done workshops there before, but for some reason, as you're talking, I'm like, I think you should contact them.
Yeah.
With your iPad and all this stuff. I don't know. I just feel like I gotta tell you that because they are battling a lot of stuff.
A lot of things.
And it's an alternative school for girls who get pregnant and, you know, are trying to navigate finishing and getting their diploma. And, you know, some of them have the dads around, not, you know, all that issue. But I just feel like I could see you do something there.
Yeah, but that's awesome. I'm very interested in that because
check it out.
Good job, ladies. Good job.
Yeah, because it's so purposeful, you know, like, and I think that we have to like connect the dots and help share networks and spaces because like it's very important. You know, it's not just about the tattoos.
I agree because when you're at an age where you want to outreach or like share your story and you like, okay, I have this career going, I'm doing this, I'm doing that in the third, like I believe you use your purpose
for bigger reasons.
For bigger reasons.
I do too.
You know, so
I do too.
I feel like I have a lot to say and a lot to do here, especially in my hometown.
Exactly.
I love Orlando.
I feel the same. Like a lot of times I wake up out of my sleep like and I'm just like I feel like I have to do something because I know like right now in another part like there's something going on.
Yeah.
Like literally right now as we're talking, someone's being born, someone's dying, someone's being like being raped, someone's like this is real. Like we don't see, but this is happening right now.
Someone's escaping
and it's like,
the Matrix right now.
We don't you know, so it's like we don't.
Someone's getting abducted.
One last thing to wrap up our interview. I want to ask one last thing. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me 2 days ago. Nothing to do with tattoos, but with needles, right? So I decided that I wanted to donate blood.
Oh no.
2 days ago. Yeah, it wasn't. Oh no. I decided that I'm not gonna be afraid of needles, and I was talking to the girl that was, you know, taking my blood because I was thinking about getting tattoos and stuff, and we're talking about getting comfortable with needles.
Yeah.
Listen, after she took my blood, she this is crazy. After she took my blood, she was about to take the needle out, and I passed out.
No, you didn't.
I was unconscious. Y'all didn't know that. I was unconscious. No, like for like 10 minutes. I didn't know where I was. Like they were calling me Shayna. That's my real name. Shayna, and I was like, it was scary. Like, I cried after because I was unconscious. I threw up everything. Like my body reacted, and I ate and I drank. I don't know, but I wanted to to say, because I was very nervous. I didn't even want to look at the needle and stuff like that. But I know it's not the same thing. But what I'm saying is like people that are interested in getting tattooed, that are afraid of that.
Okay.
What's this? We can end the interview here. But
Okay.
what do you say to
Like
those
to
people?
recommend?
Yeah, who are afraid? Because
So,
that was.
I'm a very overly communicated person,
Wow.
so I make sure I tell people right off the bat. I'm like, okay, come in calm, come in a good mood,
Yeah.
bring a good vibe with you, because don't ruin my vibe. But
Kill my vibe.
kill my
Kendrick
vibe.
said,
I'm about to
straight
tattoo
up.
you for about 6 hours. Come in a great mood, bring snacks, bring water, make sure you eat before you come in. And I tell people, if I can get tattooed, you can get tattooed. Okay, so it's not. Everybody overthinks it,
Right.
and it's not like giving blood or anything. We're only
Yeah.
tattooing a couple layers under
Girl,
the
I
skin.
tell you.
I promise.
That was a crazy experience.
I bet. And I always tell people just be as calm as possible and just keep breathing. I try to make my environment so cool, calm, collected.
Cool is the word of the day.
I know, right?
The blue just set the
we
tone.
gotta trademark it.
Cool.
I try to keep it super like peaceful when people are getting tattooed because I know how nerve-wracking it is. I've been in that situation before when I got an uncomfortable experience getting tattooed, like my first tattoo, you know, and that was when I was like 17, 18, not listening to mom. And shout out to my mom. And I just tell people, come in with a great attitude, be excited, don't be nervous, make sure you're hydrated, bring snacks, make sure you eat before
Okay.
you come in.
All
And
right.
good moods really prosper during that.
Well, listen, if you don't know what to do, now you do. If you want to, get to know her and visit her shop, tell us one more time where we can find you, and we love having you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm very happy that I came on today.
Yeah.
My Instagram is Body Art by HC. And that's
Okay.
how you'll find me on Instagram. I take DMs and appointments and questions through DM, and my phone number is on there. And my studio is called HC Studios.
All right.
And I'm off of John Young Parkway in Sand Lake Road, and my address is actually on my my Instagram as well.
So you guys make sure you check her out, and if you don't, are not into tattoos, get a gift card,
Yeah.
for someone.
Get a
Support the
painting,
business.
get
a
something
painting.
done.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
dope. We'd love to have you live paint or something
Yeah,
some
of
point
course, that's
at an
awesome.
event. But we loved having you. I kind of got lost in the interview. It was organic. It felt real. I
Thank
loved
you.
it. So I loved the interview.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today. So all right, Free
Thank
Yourself
you, guys.
Radio, Indie Jams. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.